Yes, from the King Riku. Some individuals still love the faction v faction fantasy, regardless of story beats trying to bring them together. There has been a lot of, coming together, but I hope the faction v faction crowd isn't forgotten. That's, that is actually something that's been at the back of my head for ages. Because, you know what? War's fun. Real war's not fun, but,
I've been watching Gundam, I know that.
The big fantasy, like, Vladins, Ossens, kill! Fun!
Humans love killing lemons.
We do love a bit of the old kill. But also it's what situations of war bring out of people.
Killing lemons.
So yeah, between faction and faction. I just think it's that thing. They keep on dipping their toe in the faction versus faction thing, and they never do it. Like BFA still didn't go full dick. Right? It's like war, not the war zones. War fronts were like bleh. The other stuff. Like, no, a faction war means that a bunch of orcs have landed in Westfall, and now Gyron Stoutmantle is back with his boys trying to, hold them off and push them off the beach. Where's D-Day Westfall? As in, when I think faction war, I think about those cool what-ifs, not, what they kind of ended up doing with the faction war. So it's one of those things, like, honestly, I'm totally with you. I really, I think there's room for orcs versus humans, right? to take the subtitle of the first game. But right now, like, nah, that's just not going to happen. I think narratively. But the other thing that I like is internal tension, strife, political thriller stuff. Yeah. Like, okay, maybe if it's not a war, but if we get to do spy shit, I mean, hey, who doesn't love some spy shit? Hey, Blizzard, give us Cold War vibes in World of Warcraft somehow. But make it be between different factions of the Alliance. Because that would be cool, right? What if, people in the Alliance don't really trust each other as much? What if, in the absence of the king, some things happen, and there's the people who feel a degree of cultural affinity with Turalian, and then there's the people who don't, right? Maybe the Night Elves don't feel a massive cultural affinity with Turalian. Maybe they see more cultural affinity with the Tauren.
Yeah,
maybe we then get into some fairly interesting places. Let's hope that Bane is not a version of Anduin that goes moo.
Yeah, I'd love a world where Night Elves and Tauren are the same faction. That would be my dream. That would be my dream come true. Where it's like, finally, you two make so much sense. Please. Also, you're on the same continent. Why would you kill each other? Like, it's hard to imagine a Tauren and Night Elf in the room, but like, we're going to kill each other. Like, why? It's like, well...
They don't have opposing values.
Yeah, and then elves are like, well, they tried to cut down the tree, and the Tauren's like, I just took a branch off to honor it. And they're like, oh, sorry. Even though watching them fight would be really cool.